Hi, as I read chapter 5 in Designing Your Life, um, I think my favorite part about this one was like that each of us have many lives and many things within our lives, and so that like not that like you should be a different person within those lives, but that things change and things can like definitely go not the way you plan it, and so that I kind of just was reminded like you have to go with the flow, which has really been like a theme in my life lately, which is like Godspeed and like go at God's pace, not yours. And so I think that like it was just like you have multiple like great lives within you. Like if one doesn't work, like really just focus and like what can you change to be like the best you. And I really like the questions that it asked on, or like when you were filling out the example lives of like what questions like you need to ask yourself to be able to like take this. Because like I, on some of them, I was like, who am I helping in the environment? Do I surround myself with good people? And I'm like, am I where I want to live? Will travel affect my family? Am I good at this job? Like, will I make money? Because I would rather, like, I want something, like, I want to be somewhere I want to do, and I want to be happy, and I want to help people around me. I want to be the best me, like, possible. And so, like, and then one of them, I was like, well, I have enough resources to do this. Like, will people help me with this? And all this stuff, like, am I ready to, like, actually fully do it with some of these things? And then it really just gives me, like, a guidance of, like, how am I, like, truly doing things. I really like the considerations of it because, like, as I'm still, like, trying to figure out, like, what I want to do and, like where I want to live, like I really don't know. And so like the considerations you take into it, like where will I live? Like it was a really big one because like I really don't want to live in Spokane, but I can see like a lot of things like happen in the community. So like say I work for Dutch Bros and I want to be a manager and then like start then a franchise, like one of my plans was I'd have to be a manager in Dutch Bros, but like will I move Dutch Bros and like stay somewhere? Am I supposed to stay in Spokane for another 4 years? There's a lot of that. And then my life 3 was like with the a restaurant or like a country bar where you can like line dance and like swing dance, which I think would be amazing. But I know that there is things other places that have that, and so like in Colorado they have that, like in other places they have it, but I know that in Spokane they don't. So it's kind of hard. Like I wouldn't be able to open something that would already be somewhere, kind of thing. Like I wouldn't, like, yes, people make coffee stands like off coffee stands, but like the competition wouldn't be like as strict in Spokane, like because we don't have one, rather than if I went to Colorado, they already have one, that kind of thing. So like those kind of like considerations. And so like I really like those things. And then also just like the guidance of like the thing, like my life one is like the thing that I do, like, which I still don't really know, but essentially right now, like opening up a franchise, opening up a business, like that's one of my things that I want to do. And so like that was my life one, but like essentially like if that one thing were gone, like that's then life 2. Like what would I do then with my degree that I got? What would I do? Like all these things. And so I think it like really just gets my questions like going. And then I really liked the life 3. It's like, okay, if money and anything were not a problem, like what would you do? And so it's like, oh, like what are you actually really passionate about? And so like yes, like my life 2 would essentially be like the concert, because I wouldn't have to use essentially like so much of my business degree with that, because like if that whole thing was gone, I can easily just pick up a camera and like start taking photos and like get myself involved. But then like life 3 like is the like country bar, like I would love to, like if I didn't have to pay for any expenses like opening a business, like I easily would do that so fast. And so I also like one of the things was like so little time and so many lives. I was like, I have like even just like now like realizing like how fast college has just like flown by. Like I'm literally going into my senior year. I just think it's crazy. And so just like really focusing on, like for me, I just really am focusing on what makes me happy and more than what I want to do essentially with my life. Like if I'm happy in the moment that I'm in right now, like why would I need to change? Like yes, there's growth like and opportunities that I can be like I can take, but essentially right now like I'm really happy with where I'm at. I love my people I'm around, and just like there's little things that I could change, but I I'm really taking it slow and just really focusing on what I love. So I really liked this chapter. It was good.